Hello and welcome to the PTC podcast. I'm Latasia Green, your host, and today I am joined by two guests, Michael Ledbetter and Tiffany Lechku. Hi, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us on here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Now, today's topic, we will be talking about the new 2024 movie that will be premiering this February, Madam Web. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I actually have heard of it. I saw the trailer for it in theaters, and then I ended up watching it the other day once more.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for the first time yesterday.
Awesome. Now we have a question. Our first question is, what is your opinion on the Madam Web trailer?
Personally, I think it seems kind of interesting for a trailer. I actually really liked the way the trailer was shot and all the cuts that were done. But from like a film goer point of view, it seemed pretty typical, like of an action film and like of a one of those movies where they mess around time travel a lot or something.
Right.
The trailer looked pretty cool, but I'm probably not gonna go see the movie.
Understandable. Now our second question is, what is your expectations for the movie?
Ooh, that's a hard one. It seems to either it's going to be really good or it's going to be kind of boring or subpar. It looks like it could kind of go like the cheesy, oh, I gotta stop my killer route, like those couple of movies that were in the past are just like that.
Right.
Or it could be like, oh, this seemed like it was that movie, but now it's really cool and it's its own thing.
Right.
I think it'll probably do similar to the other Marvel movies that have been coming out recently.
Now our third question is, how important do you think Madam Web will be to the overall Marvel story?
I hate to say it, I think that if this movie does well, or no, if this movie does poorly, she'll probably disappear for a long time. If the movie does well, she'll probably just kind of be there in the background.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Michael on that.
Interesting. Now our fourth question is, how well do you think this movie will do compared to the latest Marvel stories?
I'm not really a Marvel watcher myself, so I don't really have a point of comparison. I'm not even like a DC fan either, so I'm kind of shooting in the dark here a bit, but I think they'll probably do fine. Like, I'm not really gonna expect like a box office, amazing or like a huge performance, or that it's gonna be an utterly terrible flop. I think it'll just be somewhere in the middle.
Right.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be similar to the other Marvel movies, as I said before.
Okay, and for our fifth and final question, do you think this movie will be a flop like the other non-Spider-Man focused movies before it, or do you think it stands a chance?
Other non-Spider-Man movies focused on... I don't know. I think recently we've had kind of a boom, like into the Spider-Verse. So I'm gonna be on the more hopeful side and hope that this movie is kind of like its own niche in the Spider-Verse thing or whatever they call it, and that it ends up doing pretty well.
I really, really hope it goes well.
Yeah,
That being said, I'm not gonna go out of my way to go see it in theaters, so.
that's fair. Well, that's all the questions that we had for today. Thank you so much for joining me, Michael and Tiffany. So, thank you to all our viewers who are watching and supporting the podcast. We couldn't have done it without you. Tune in next week at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more exciting topics. This was the PTC Podcast, and I'm Latasia Green, signing off.